edible ingested, some time invested. I'm a big fan of what the Safdie brothers have done together, and I hope to be a fan of the things that they do away from each other. And shout out to fellow New Yorker Timothy Chalamet. Shout out to the Knicks. Marty Supreme, baby. Y'all, I'm so hyped for this. This has been talking shit like an athlete, so this better be a slam dunk performance. I feel like in order to really get into the nitty gritty of what I want to talk about, there has to be some light spoilers. Before I get into that, I'll say this. I totally understand why Timothy Chalamet is so proud of his performance in this movie. It does operate at a breakneck pace. It's a bit of a dramedy, bit of a thriller. So if you're just trying to like sit back and have a good time, that's not what's going to happen. You'll be stressed, you'll be at the edge of your seat, and that is a good thing. Go see this in the theater. It's a very good movie. Now, it's time for the review and some light spoilers. So this has the same pacing as A Good Time, as an Uncut Gems, where after the first few minutes, it goes and it keeps going. It also reminds me a bit of a movie like Catch Me If You Can, and honestly, in some ways, Babylon. I think it's just mostly due to the time period, due to the styling. It's very accurate for the 1950s. And the Catch Me If You Can comparison, I think, comes from a young dude who's in way over his head, but he just finds a way. And Marty is not a good person. He's cocky, he's arrogant, he uses people. He will do anything, lie, manipulate, cheat, steal, in order to get his way. And I think this movie is going to age, or his character might age kind of like a Jordan Belfort, Tyler Durden, a Patrick Bateman, because his life is so crazy that some people might just miss the point. But yeah, this movie is a wild ride. And since this is loosely based on his life and takes place in 1950s New York, I can see these things actually happen, because there's no way any of that would fly in today's New York. I'm also a big fan of the timeline of this movie. I want to say it takes place 8-9 months over his life. There's some bookends in the movie that tell you this, and it allows you to fill so many life-changing moments into a movie without it feeling like there's no way they could have done this all at one time. But Tyler, the creator, really good. Odessa Zion, really good. I feel like Kevin O'Leary kind of plays a version of himself, but he fits the characters they need very nicely. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Gwyneth Paltrow in anything, and I just forget how much charisma she has. But this movie matches the personality that they wanted to portray of Marty. He thinks it's his world, and we're just all living in it, and everything revolves around him. And his life, or this period of his life, makes for a very interesting film, a very fast-paced film, and I think Josh Safdie did a great job. If I didn't know that this was just him on his own, I would have thought they would have done this movie together, just because it has a lot of elements of their previous movie, like I said before, an Uncut Gems, A Good Time, and like a vintage type filter over the whole movie to make it seem like you're in that time period. Oh my god, Fran Drescher, how nice to see her face on screen. So this movie just does a lot of things right. It just has like little lulls here and there, but a very beautiful human moment at the end that makes you think and believe that this person will change and become a better man, and I loved that. So when it comes to Wolf of Wall Street, when it comes to American Psycho, you don't have those moments. And this movie gives you that, and it's really touching. Though overall, I think the third act's a little wonky and does lose some steam, it gives you that exclamation point right at the end, and it's very needed. So yeah, go see this in theaters. I really enjoyed myself. It didn't quite match the hype, but it came close. This is a very good movie. Definitely like top 10 of this year. And I think this can spar with some of the like better movies that I've seen throughout my whole life. Or at least my favorites. Oh my god, I didn't even mention the music. The needle drops and the score. Very well done. I have to look up and see who did that. Daniel Lopatin, yeah. Good job on that. And whoever curated the music for this movie, excellent job.